Star? What? Are you filming?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not interrupting anything. What are you doing? You doing the... What are you doing, Brendan?
I'm making a video.
Making a movie. Oh, okay, since we're on film here, can I, have you videoed him about his, racing in the Olympics?
No, we haven't filmed that yet.
Let me grab your jacket.
Okay.
I'll show you that. Hold on.
What he's talking about is the World Senior Games, and I actually went there just as a professional observer. Somebody told me about him when I was lecturing, and the event was a world event. This is actually the official jacket of the World Senior Games. You'll see the flags of some of the countries who have actually participated in it. About 40 different countries are involved. Some 1,400 different athletes from all over the world come together, and I happen to be the one that was there when it was at Dixie Stadium. And I got there and I saw all the athletes, the parade of nations that they had. There were celebrities there like Joe Namath, Helen Reddy, and some other seniors. You have to be age 50 or older to participate in the games. And because I was 52, I thought, well, I guess I can participate. I didn't practice, I didn't do any training, but I decided I wanted to participate. So I signed up for 2 races, the 5-kilometer race and the 1,500-meter race. And in each one of those events, I received silver medals. Now the judges were shocked because they knew that I had not practiced, I had not prepared, that I just simply walked in off the street and got the silver medals. And they said, you know, Mr. Volk, if you train and practice and come back next time, you're going to take away all of our gold medals. So I said, well, you know, I don't need to come back anymore. I think I've already proven my point, that if you take care of the body and keep it in good condition, it's able to perform at its maximum capacity.
Well, I'm really glad that you came to Molokai. I know I invited you here, and I've had my challenges with my own kids in the schools. And I grew up here in Molokai, and I know I've had my parents had their challenges with the schools. There are a couple private schools trying to make a difference, but I think in just Brendan's class there might have been 75 kids in the 7th grade. That's a lot of kids to impact, and only 2 or 3 of those go to one of the private schools that I know of. So if you've come here to the island, and I've tried to create a different circumstances and places to speak to where you could have an impact with the parents and the children or young kids, and you're leaving. So if you were to say something directly to like some of the teachers I know, principals, we don't need to mention the names, but principal of the high school, principal of the middle school, what would you say to them? Speaking to the camera here, and just share with the school, because I'll probably, if it's okay with a copy of the public broadcast, I'll probably air this. So now is your chance to open up and share.
I think knowledge is power. And I also believe that the truth will set you free. The more knowledge you have, correct knowledge, then the more power that you can have to carry out the programs that you'd like to carry out. And unfortunately, sometimes we don't know where all that good information is. On my website, there is a good opportunity to find out my references. I have letters from high schools, middle schools, the Chief Medical Officer of the Caribbean, from the police department, from other universities, and all these letters are highly recommending these lectures because they realize it is life-changing. I have standing invitations on previous schools. Paul, if you're ever in town, just call us and let us know how long you're going to be in town, because we will change all the classes so that you can come and actually lecture to our students, because it's life-changing. And the students that we had several years ago want you to come back so that their little brother, their little sister that are now in high school will be able to hear the same information so that they can make good choices. Unfortunately, sometimes I get into an area where they are set in their own programs, they don't want to hear anything new, and ignorance is not a blessing. Ignorance is a curse. All you need to do is look at the information and see how it can be life-changing. I've been to over 30 countries on 5 continents. My programs have been translated into Spanish and are now being broadcast throughout the entire Spanish-speaking world, not to mention over 30 programs that are on satellite in English. So I know these are working. I know these are life-changing. I know that from the faculty and from the students who've talked to me. And so if we can just tap into some of this information and give the students life skills to be better adults, we've got to give them these life skills. They need to know about how to have good nutrition, about how to exercise correctly, about drinking plenty of water, how important it is to be outside in the fresh air, and to get good rest, and to be able to trust in something that's going to help them for now and forever. And I hope that this will be an incentive for people. If you have any questions, you can certainly go to my website, www.newstartplus.org. That's NEWSTARTPLUS.org. There's information there that's available. There are many good websites that you can go to. Notmilk.com. Dr. Blaylock, B-L-A-Y-L-O-C-K, he's a neurosurgeon that will explain excitotoxins to you. And other references, Dr. Oz has several books that are in the libraries. You can go get Dr. Oz's books. Excellent information. Favorite book of mine is called Ministry of Healing, which is very helpful. Another book is John Robbins, Diet for a New America, and his latest one, The Food Revolution. This is a good book. The China Study by Dr. T. Colin Campbell, where he's researched why the Chinese have less diseases than we do here in the United States. And it all goes back to what's going inside this body. So check out some of these sources. See if it won't be helpful, not only for yourself, but for those who are in your life.
One of the things that I was going to say, which is one of my contributing ideas to the island, you know, you and I can stand in front of each other here, and you can give me information. Of course, I want to hear it. Some people don't.
Yes.
And it can be a little confrontational, standing right in front of someone. So what I've done is come up with ways to meet people and break through the ice. I've got a sailboat, which I take people sailing anytime they want at no charge. I've kind of designated Sunday mornings early before church, between 6 and 7, to go out and meet with people, and that's fun. We got a little pedal boat down here in the harbor that kids can use, and there's no charge for that. I started the homeless mission, which you guys have seen, the Kolapa House of Charity, where I can interact with the homeless people, the people that need a place to sleep, or if they need food. That gives me an opportunity to share with them life-changing information, benefit the community. I have bikes. I let people borrow bicycles from the Kolapa House anytime they want. They can ride them around town. I got a kayak the other day, so we can go out and enjoy the shoreline. I'm constantly coming up with ideas. We got free internet at the Kolapa House where they can, of course, and it needs to be good stuff that they're looking at. But constantly trying to think of ways to meet people, interact with them, and get to know them, to where we're not just shoving stuff down their throat. We're actually building up a friendship and some credibility, and making a difference in the community little by little, planting seeds with the community. And me inviting you here and you coming here, may not have worked out exactly like I planned, but we appreciate you coming. I'm glad you came. And with little tapes like my son here, he's 14, he's gone through the Kaku school for learning how to do videos, and this might be here, might make more of an impact on the community after you're gone. Sometimes when people die or they leave, then they become famous, and then people start listening and waking up. Before then, they start nitpicking and looking at little things, and I don't like the way he looked, or the way he smiled, or stuff like that. So it's more editing. Anyway, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Steve, for inviting me.
I know you're leaving to Kauai.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
You're going to Kauai for a couple weeks or something, and you've got seminars all over Oahu?
Yes, for four weeks in Oahu.
Okay. So there are people in Hawaii that are calling you and wanting you to speak.
Yes, we'll be covering hundreds and hundreds of people before I leave.
Well, I would ask, are you ever going to come back to Molokai again? I don't even want to ask that because I don't want to know. Might be heartbroken. But I know you're going to you're on a cruise ship going into the Bahamas.
Yes.
And you're going you'll be health lecturing on that cruise ship.
Yes.
That's for a television or with a television network.
Well, there'll be people from a network that will be there, a satellite.
And then you're going to Germany?
Yes.
And you'll be speaking around Europe. What's some of the countries you'll be in Europe?
I'll be Germany, France, Belgium, and Serbia. And then by June, I head up to Alaska.
Weren't you doing something at a college in Germany? Or?
Yes, I've spoken in colleges in Germany.
Is there some upcoming event that you're going to be involved in?
Yeah, I've been asked, they didn't give me the name yet, but to be the graduation speaker at Theological Seminary, and also to go to a hospital and show the hospital how to do some of this outreach into the community.
Great. Well,
Keep that going until he says cut.
anyway, thank you very much. And I guess we can go back this way.
All right.
Appreciate it very much.
Well, thank you for the invitation, allowing me to come here, and we'll see what good things can happen because of
Now,
that.
one thing I did get to do was show you the east end of the island. You've been here, what, a month and a half?
Yeah.
You've been too involved in constantly going around meeting with people trying to make a difference in the community to actually see the island.
Yeah. Well,